All right. Hello. Today I am 14 and a half weeks out. Today is the check-in day, check-in Wednesday mornings. 14 and a half weeks out from the Prairie something. A show in Saskatoon. And today I'm doing my back and leg day. This was just a back with like a little bit of hamstring touch-up, but figured I might as well add in some quads too, so I can get quads twice a week. Just do add in like a leg extension and probably a hack squat, some kind of pressing movement or squatting movement, just to make sure I'm bringing my quads back up, making sure they get big again, because they got pretty flat while I was sick there. But yeah, let's get to it. Okay. Alright, so switch the grip, doing a more like lower lat focused, like narrow grip. Soon as I pull down now. Yeah, we're up to a heavy set here, and we'll do 2 to 3 sets, kind of depending how it feels, until it feels like my back did some work. A little back offset here now. And then we're into a drop set. Alright, now that we got the lats kind of warmed up, I'm going to go to a lying hamstring curl, get the hamstrings warmed up, and then we'll go to a stiff leg deadlift where we're going to be working glutes, hams, and a lot of the back. So, I've still got a bit of a tweaked left hamstring, so I'm going to be going pretty light on these, but I just want to be able to feel my hamstrings working so then I can engage them better when I'm doing the stiff leg deadlift really. Oh no. Power just went off. Hopefully it don't stop me from training my hamstrings. Oh, here we go. Power's back on. It's all good. Okay. And we'll keep going up there. And that is embarrassing light and an embarrassing small amount of reps, but I also haven't done a hamstring curl in a long time due to my hamstring being effed. So I guess we'll just work our way up from there. Yeah, I guess I'll lower the weight a bit because I got like no reps there. All right. And just for reference, I used to do the whole stack on this and then strap a couple of quarters to it for a top set. So now that I'm using, you know, like a third of the stack and only getting like 10 good reps, it's kind of just makes you wonder, you know, how much of my hamstring I was actually using before, because my hamstrings haven't shrunk up that much since getting this much weaker, and I was probably just cheating a lot. And it also makes me think, no wonder if I controlled my hamstring when I was doing that. But yeah, so we'll progress from here, controlling it like that, and yeah. Now, have you seen me stiff leg deadlift before? I was doing it from the floor, but I've come to realize that I have really tight hamstrings, and in order for me to touch the floor, I have to like completely lose my back and round forward like that, and then actually end up getting less hamstring stretch and use my hamstrings less than I would be if I was stopping mid shin. So I have to bend my knee to get off the ground too. So we'll keep doing these, stopping about mid shin when I feel that hamstring pull and it feels like I have to round my back to get any lower. And we'll work it from there. I thought I was gonna be able to go much heavier here, but now that I'm like arching my back a little bit and keeping my pelvis anteriorly tilted and really stretching the hamstrings and also pausing the bottom a little bit, just 3 plates feels like it might, you know, kill me. So we'll stick with this for a top set, and maybe do like 2 sets of the 15, or I might do a back off. We'll see how it feels. Oh. Okay, so I actually felt my hamstrings like really well there. I'm gonna do the same weight again. I'm gonna make sure I really get as far down as I can. But yeah, we'll keep hopefully progressing how flexible my hamstrings are while increasing the weight here as we go. But yeah. Alright, so over on the leg extension to do those couple of sets of legs I was going to add into today. And I'm just pyramiding it up nice and slow until I get to, you know, I'll do sets of 20s until it feels like it gets kind of hard. Do a couple of hard sets and we'll call it there. And then we'll go over to do a hack squat. Because on my other leg day that I've been doing at a gym in Edmonton, I don't film that leg day because it's on Saturday and I'm Seventh-day Adventist, so I don't like to work on Saturday and film it even though it really isn't work. It feels a little bit like work, so don't like to do it then. But usually do an adductor, Smith machine squats, then a leg press, and then a couple sets of a leg extension, and then I'll do like, we usually do a hamstring curl too that day. And sometimes we do a hinge if we feel like we're up for it. But figure I'll add in a hack squat and a leg extension today, just to touch the quads up on another day of the week. All right, I think I'll just stay there for another set, maybe 2 sets actually. I feel like it might be a good idea to do some more volume on leg extensions and save the more low volume stuff for the compound movements. Alright, ended up doing like 4 or 5 work sets on the leg extension because the hack squat was being used, and I was having a pretty good time getting my quads pumped, so just kept going. But yeah, now we'll work up to a top set in the hack squat. Probably keep the rep range fairly high. I'm probably just gonna do like 2 good hard sets here, because I gotta turn my legs again by Saturday. Cool. Since I got quite a few reps there, instead of doing a down set, I'll probably stay there for one more set and maybe do like a drop off of it. Ow. So this little twinge in my hamstring, that was weird. All right, ready? One more. Cool. Call it there, good for their quads. And yeah, I might just either add a single exercise or just add more sets to the hack squats moving forward as I try to progress this. All right, last back exercise of the day here. I'm really letting my back kind of round over on the pad here and let my lats stretch. And then I'm arching my back to get that full squeeze and contraction at the top. So let myself hang and then posturing up. Cool. And I'll go up there. Last set of the day here.